We're in a factory now, by the way.
I see that. It looks like
There's
a nuke.
robots.
Oh, okay.
And then there's freezing pipes. And there's also fiery pipes.
Oh.
And there's also spinny robots.
There's also nuclear waste.
Yeah.
Hi, fridge.
Yeah, I was like, it was fun. There we go.
I just don't know why it does that, because my fridge does not have an ice maker or a water thing of any sort. So the fact that it randomly makes lots of noise, I don't know how refrigerators work.
Secrets.
Secret girlfriend.
That's not the girlfriend.
I was saying general secrets.
General secrets?
General secrets.
Fuck me. Oh, I thought I missed it.
So you can you just not land on it for very long?
I think that's
If it's too long, you freeze.
You freeze, but the fiery ones, I can't touch it all.
Yeah, because they're hot. Oh, they're
Secret
hot.
girlfriend.
Secret girlfriend.
Me. Ba-ding. Man. Yeah. Ding. I don't want to think. So much.
I like his little periscope.
They're very cute. There's okay robots. Closer we get to Cortex, more robots and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because he's a scientist.
All scientists make robots.
You know it.
There's only one type of scientist.
The robot kind.
Yeah. If
Nope,
there's
can't
no
jump on
robots, it's not science. You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I have many cousins. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I know with you I have, but I don't know if on here. I have a lot of cousins. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
My little cousins in elementary school are learning how to code.
Nice.
Like, that's so cool, but, like, that's just crazy that we've come to that point.
Right.
Like, I took a gifted and talented, like, it wasn't coding, it was, like, how to make a website.
Yeah.
Like, I made a web page about tigers.
Oh, the website.
But I don't remember any of it, and it was, like, a couple week thing.
Was it like in Dreamweaver?
I don't even remember. I doubt it was in Dreamweaver. It was probably some knockoff, because I went to a very small school that couldn't afford much.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just
I think it's one of those things that like it makes sense in that like coding is just it's kind of a thought process of like this will do this so that this will happen.
Yeah.
And then like once that it was understood of like, God, that's stupid. I don't know why I did that. Like it's not like it again. We were talking just a minute ago about how like MySpace was it just made sense.
Yeah.
I never got into like the coding of MySpace, but like I know people were really big into that. And that
Yeah.
But I just mean like in terms of like it. God damn.
Oh man.
The steam. It's technology in that sense, especially like through the youths. It just makes sense. Like it's like, oh yeah, I have a profile. I create this, yada yada, and so it doesn't take much of a stretch of the imagination to be like, yeah. So if I type this, it equals this to do this.
Yeah. Like it's not like, no offense to coders or anything. It's like it's not that hard logic wise.
Well, and it takes a certain kind of mentality. Like
Yeah.
you have to be, and like if you don't have that, like yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But there are rules and you have to do them. I've been interested in recently, just getting a little bit more familiar with it because I think that it's going to be a skill that like
Kind of puts you above.
It wouldn't hurt to just have it a little bit. And I'm only familiar with it in just a very rudimentary sense.
MySpace level.
I do not even there. Like, just in that I know it's like this input creates this kind of thing. And what's really fun is have you ever seen any of the games that are like that's what they are is coding? Like and it's its own big just genre of shit. Of being like,
I think it's really really cool. I just think it's crazy that it's like...
Little kids, like...
Yeah, it's little kids. It's like, okay, when I was in elementary school, I was learning to type.
Right.
You know, like, that was the big thing. It's like, oh, like, get your WPM up. You know, like, whatever. But my little cousins are learning to code.
Right, well...
instead.
And that's just funny, too, like, because it is, like... Remember, like, my parents being like, this sucks. Being like, I remember for me, I don't want to do this one.
Okay, then don't.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. You're gonna get 30 boxes dropped on your head, but whatever.
No big deal. They did the typewriter, you know.
Yeah.
And then for us, it was computers, and then now it's gonna be like, I mean, I can't imagine kids going into school not knowing how to type almost, like.
Yeah, like, they don't even teach that. They're like, oh, you know how to do it. I don't know if that's true or not, but...
There's something with just the hand motor you gotta teach.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's probably not, like, the sole focus of a class.
Right, no.
It's probably like, oh...
Computers.
Yeah, it's computer class, but, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did take a typing class,
like,
right.
Yeah, I took, computer skills, but it was, like, 90% typing and, like, 10% Microsoft Office.
It was, like, each week you would, like, get, like, a new, like, handful of letters.
Yeah! And then we had typing tests.
Yep.
And, like, you know, not to brag or anything, but I always had the top WPM, so I loved that. No one could beat me. But I went in, like, already knowing how to type. Like, my parents, like, set me up really well with, like, before I went into school, I was reading, I was writing, and I was typing. Like, before I even started kindergarten, which was cool. But, like, I had, like, a computer game at home that just taught me how to type.
Oh, nice.
So, like, I was already really fast. So by the time I was in middle school and we were doing that, you know, like, in middle school, we were taking typing classes. Now there's elementary schoolers learning to code.
It'll go a long way, though.
Yeah. Infinity.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's... I don't know. It's
Cortex power.
It's weird to think about just where, like, what'll be when he has a life.
It's like the next generation, like, all of them are gonna, like, know how to 3D print or something, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's. I mean,
they're gonna be making virtual reality games. Oh,
he's got guns. I forgot.
this is scary.
There's some gun people.
So violent. Was that in the warning? Was it a warning gun violence?
Damn, nice. That was nice. This is one of those levels that has a bunch of twists and turns. And
a lot of interesting perspectives.
I just remember there being the fucking typing classes, and, like, they were very, like, I don't know, they weren't, there was never enough content for just a typing class.
Yeah.
Like, you were just trying to get through as quickly as possible so you could get to the games.
Yeah.
I'll turn it.
Oh no. You touched the pipe.
You touched the pipe. Fuck.
You touched the spike.
I touched the spike.
Oh yeah, I was talking with people about the...
I don't know why that made it sound very, like, innocuous. Like, I was talking with people.
I was talking about the, like, our generation specifically. Like, I feel like I know there's a word for it, but I can never remember it. But I read this really interesting article about our generation and how fast technology has advanced for millennials.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, my first game system was a Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're to the point of virtual reality.
Right.
And I'm only 25.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, how everything advanced so quickly, and, like, we get made fun of because we're like, oh, I want the newest phone. Oh, I want the newest system.
Okay, I just can't jump between those, I guess. Right. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but, like, you know, we're like, oh, we're selfish and we have to have the newest thing and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's, like, ingrained in us that, like, everything's constantly improving and, like, everything's constantly obsolete. Like... You know, there's like, oh, okay, we made this new system. We're going to stop making games for that old system.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, like, you know, phones you can give or take. Like, if the features are cool enough, you can upgrade. But, like, you know, we went from brick phones to freaking supercomputers in our pockets. Like, yeah, we're going to upgrade.
Right. Well, and it's the nature of the technology to be replaced.
Yeah, it's planned obsolescence, which if you haven't learned about that, you're dumb. Look it up. Okay, you got this.
I got this time.
Boosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I fall into the acid.
Don't do that.
No. I still, it's a weird cross zone too, because I feel like we were part of the generation, like I remember my parents always being like, I just don't care. I'm not going to get the lump of fruit. They're like, I can't believe we have computers now the way they do. And like, I've never been caught off guard by technology.
Yeah. Because we just grew up around it, advancing constantly.
Right. And
we're just like, well, yeah.
I've waited for that thing to happen where I'm like, that's crazy. I never thought we could do that. And it's starting to get there. There's certain things that I'll see that I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I think for me, it's cars.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Just like self-driving cars and stuff like that.
So yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm like...
I mean, I don't... Ooh, scary.
Oh, yeah, it's spooky. I don't mean it like, of course that's going to happen. I just mean like...
I was like... For me, it's just like, I didn't think that's the way cars would advance. I thought cars would go more like the, like the hover car route.
Oh, I see.
It's like, oh yeah, you have a hover car, but you still had to drive it. Right. Like putting like AI in a car.
Right.
Like I don't know. I just didn't put those two dots together. I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, I wasn't like called it like when it happened. For me, like the one that's kind of getting to me at this point is the way that like the like deep fake stuff.
Oh yeah.
That stuff that's like, because it's a little scary for me. Of like, it's hard to know what technology is, what's real, what's not, because it's not funny. Like it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You can like replace somebody's face and their voice and make them say anything, and then it very quickly became like, oh, that's not at all what you want. Like,
oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
And it falls.
Why would you not?
Because it falls.
Why?
I could have stayed, I guess. I just thought it fell a lot quicker, and I didn't want to risk it.
Okay.
But I'll risk it for that box.
He don't care.
I don't care. I'm just along to beat the game. No, yeah, that stuff is where like when you see it and like it's a little hard to tell. You can still tell like it's not quite there, and if you're really paying attention, I hope. I mean, that's the thing. That's the challenge.
It's like the uncanny valley thing.
Yes.
Like there's that slight like you might not recognize it, but you know something's not right about it.
Yes. Well, okay, I'm glad there's a checkpoint. Yes, exactly. Where you're just like not quite right.
It's like when the audio isn't quite synced with the video. You're like, I can't stand this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad. Something's wrong.
Like, if I had to watch this, I would. I would be able to understand it. It's no big deal. But
it's like, you know what? I did that the other day. There's a video where the sound like wasn't sunk, but I wanted to hear what they had to say, so I just didn't watch the video. I just listened to it because I couldn't stand seeing it so off. Yeah,
and you manage, but you're like, yeah, I'd prefer it been better, but whatever.
Yeah.
But that's probably been the technology that I've most been just like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where it's because I mean again, I don't know. Like anytime a computer does something, I'm like, okay, I figured we would get like anytime something's for ease sake, I would say that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime somebody's like, I made this thing and I don't have to do blank anymore. I'm like, well, yeah, of course somebody was like, I'm tired of doing anything.
Yeah.
And so, self-driving cars, like it was, again, I didn't call it, but I'm not surprised.
You weren't surprised, yeah.
Exactly. I'm still waiting though. I'm still waiting for a big, because that's so boring to me that's what got popularity, or the thing that's got me is just the fear of fucking artificial information. Like,
yeah,
it's not fun. I wish it was something fun, like hover cars. That would be very fun. Whoa, that was close.
That was interesting.
I don't want to deal with that. It's
not worth it.
not worth it. I'm like so set on beating this today. I'm like,
you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. Call darn it. Yeah.
I'm stoked. Oh no. Okay. I thought I was gonna like change speeds really fast on you. Oof.
I thought I would.
Oh. Safety first.
It's this.
Pinstrapelli, Portaroti.
It's that guy.
It's okay. Oh, nice. Your lives are nice.
Oh, am I 69?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice. All right. We'll beat this boss and then. Ow.
Oh no.
My shoulder.
Do you want a softball?
I need my softball.
I don't have any. I have a foam roller.
What's that? Oh wait, it's not the boss. All right, well, let's. We'll stop the recording.
That sounds good.
And I'll go get a
I'm
softball.
really tired of this. I'm just kidding.
Bye.
Bye.